I've been doing silicone for years. On today's video, I'm going to be discussing the topic, what should you use to apply silicone properly? First of all, there's a huge difference between the two. There's silicone and there's caulk, acrylic caulk. And let me tell you what is the main difference. All right, here's a tube of caulking and here's a tube of silicone. The main difference is this stuff is paintable and this stuff cannot be painted at all because it's a 100% silicone. It has a very rubbery surface that no paint wants to stick to. I made a few L-shaped pieces so I can show you how to apply it properly. To be honest with you, when I realized that all these years I've been doing it wrong, it was a little disappointing. But it feels really good when you finally find out how to do it properly. So this is the first hack. You want to cut the tip of the tube on a bit of an angle. All right, ready? There we go. Now, here's the thing that I've been doing wrong pretty much all this time. Mistake number one, I've been using my finger, and it's not really a mistake when the okay job is acceptable, but if you want to produce long-lasting results, very, very clean bead, this is not acceptable. Mistake number two, I haven't been using soapy water, and here's why it's needed. Silicone in general is extremely sticky. It will stick to anything. Try to put it on your hands. It's going to be super tacky and sticky, and you won't be able to clean it off with the water because once it's on the surface, the water doesn't help. But the water does help when it has a little bit of soap in it and when that soapy substrate is applied to the surface first. And that's exactly what I had been missing until I learned how to do it the right way. So this is what you want to do next. You want to spray the soapy water, basically mix a little bit of a dish soap. If you feel like you put too much of that soapy substrate, you can always wipe it off, but make sure you don't touch the bead. Pretty happy with this. And this is where the magic comes in. This is the cheap Amazon silicone applicator. This is what creates that nice straight bead. And I'm going to explain why this shape is what's needed for most of the applications, whether it's bathroom, washroom, kitchen cabinets, countertops, or anywhere where your silicone is exposed to a lot of water and moisture. What you want to do is press firmly and wipe off any excess that you have. This nice black bead of silicone is a very good visual representation of what it should look like. But here's the reason, here's the secret, why nobody wants to tell you that it has to be done this way. In most of the situations, the efficiency, the speed with which the contractor is doing the job is way more important than how long, how many years your silicone is going to last. And I'm gonna make a quick sketch so you guys better understand why silicone on all of these pictures fails miserably and why we're seeing all that mess, all that mold, all that black stuff on the silicone. This is our two surfaces where the silicone is applied. In the first case, when we smear it along with our finger, the silicone gets on the surface this way. But when we use that applicator, the silicone bead gets on a very sharp angle. And when the impact is introduced to the corners here and there, basically what happens is these thin, weak edges of this type of a bead gets loosened up and lifted up with the tension that the water creates when it evaporates off the surface. And it's a lot easier for the water evaporating off the surface to lift up these weak, thin edges. However, in the case of this nice triangular shaped bead, it's extremely hard for the water to do the same to the edges. Now, when you guys know everything about the shape of the silicone bead, we're getting close to the second secret that nobody wants to tell you. And this is what it is. It is translucent color silicone. What does that mean? Let me break it down for you. When you have surfaces with different colors on, like I had in this case, what you want to do by installing your silicone in the corner between the two surfaces is you want to blend it in and have a very nice transition. So this translucent Silicone will allow you to do just that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to remove this black silicone and install my translucent silicone so you can see the difference. Yes, we do have a lot of excess of material, but that's the price we pay for the perfect shape. All right, guys, look at this beauty. My water hasn't dried up yet, but you can see how nice and straight my bead is because it blends in the two colors very nicely. You can kind of see the blue in it and you can kind of see the white in it. After I learned this, the quality of the work that we produce went up through the roof. And with that, we're able to keep it consistent. It's not just great results, it's always the consistency and the ease of application. All of our clients are extremely happy with these finishing details. Now, I've got some other cool tricks in the next video right over here.